Master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job.
Hello, and welcome to News Update on SOUQ News Television. I am Lavina Emma. The World Bank has projected Nigeria's inflation rate to decline to 24.8% in 2024 and further to 15.1% by 2026 due to monetary policy tightening and exchange rate stabilization efforts. In its African Pulse report, the World Bank stressed the need for reforms to boost growth in Nigeria, highlighting that non-oil sector's growth hinges on structural changes. Nigeria's growth outlook for 2024 is 3.3%, rising to 3.6% in 2025 to 2026, with anticipated positive impacts from macroeconomic and fiscal reforms. The report flagged Nigeria's comparatively lower growth projections in West and Central Africa as sub-Saharan Africa faces elevated food prices and currency weakness, driving inflation worsened by climatic events and geopolitical tensions. Nigeria's inflation peaked at 31.70% in February 2024, with food inflation at a 27-year high of 37.92%, driven by rising food prices and insecurity and increased energy costs. The Central Bank of Nigeria is implementing measures, including raising the cash reserve ratio to curb inflationary pressures. Oil marketers are urging a price reduction for automotive gas oil diesel produced by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, aiming for a revised pump price between 700 naira and 850 naira per litre as they prepare to meet with refinery managers. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria expressed concern over the high price of 1,225 naira per litre set by the refinery for locally produced diesel, emphasizing that this rate does not reflect the absence of import costs. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria echoed this sentiment, citing the substantial logistic expenses involved in transporting the products from Lagos, where the refinery is situated. Marketers noted that imported diesel is currently priced at 1,250 naira per litre due to favorable exchange rates, underscoring the need for Dangote's refinery to adjust its pricing to reflect local production advantages. And following last year's coup in Niger, Home Affairs Commissioner Eva Johansson has expressed concerns about potential increase in irregular arrivals to the European Union as the EU aims to enhance cooperation with African nations to manage migration flows more effectively. Johansson emphasized the potential consequences of the coup, warning of a challenging situation for new migrants, while the United Nations data indicates that over 45,500 individuals have entered the EU this year through irregular border crossings, a fraction of the 2015 peak. Anti-immigration sentiments across Europe have prompted the bloc to prioritize border control and asylum policy reform. In response to the rising far-right influence, the EU has framed its recent migration pact as a pivotal step forward in migration management, focusing on expedited screening asylum procedures and streamlined returns. And moving on to the United States, the Institute of Peace for the United States of America have stressed the need for the U.S. to enhance its commercial engagements with African countries to reduce dependency on China for critical minerals. In a report by the organization, the importance of securing a reliable supply of critical minerals to bolster U.S. economic and national security was stressed. Currently, the United States relies almost entirely on China for these minerals and its vulnerable export restrictions imposed by Beijing. To compete with China's dominance in Africa's mineral sector, the report recommends a more robust commercial diplomacy, particularly in countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Zambia, and key suppliers of cobalt and copper, respectively. Western mining companies face challenges in Africa due to infrastructure deficiencies, while Chinese firms have expanded their presence. Let's take a short break right now. We'll be back after these messages.
We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job. Lateef Jakonde. Born Lateef Kayode Jakonde in the Ekbetedo area of Lagos Island, Lagos State on July 1929. He studied at the Lagos Public School at Enuowa, Lagos Island, then at Bonham Memorial Methodist School, Port Harcourt, King's College, enrolled at Ilesha Grammar School, where he edited a literary paper called The Quarterly Mirror. Jakonde began a career in journalism in 1949 with the Daily Service and joined the Nigerian Tribune in 1953. The owner, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, appointed Jakonde editor-in-chief of the Tribune in 1956. Jakonde established John West Publications in 1975 after leaving Tribune and began to publish the Lagos News. He served as the first president of the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, NPAN. Jakonde ran for election as executive governor of Lagos State in 1979 on the Unity Party of Nigeria platform. His administration was effective and open and implemented the cardinal policies of his party. He introduced housing and educational programs targeting the poor, building new neighborhood primary and secondary schools, and providing free primary and secondary education. He gave poor people's children education, and many of them are now very prominent in the society today. Jakonde established the Lagos State University and constructed over 30,000 housing units. After the military takeover in 1983, Jakonde was charged, prosecuted, and convicted of treason and later pardoned. He served as Minister of Works under the Sani Abacha military regime. He died in Lagos on February 11, 2021. Lateef Jakonde was the first civilian governor of Lagos State. Lateef Kayode Jakonde, SOUQ Enlightenment. We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job. The heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress. Welcome to SOUQ News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, SOUQ News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. SOUQ News.
And that's a wrap on news updates this afternoon. Many thanks for watching. I am Lavina Emma.